Hello and welcome to the weekend's racing, everybody. Saturday racing, it's the Allied Steel Road On a Mission Charity Mile. It's a superb day's racing where everybody wins, particularly charity naturally, and looking forward to the build-up into the BWay Summer Cup come the end of November. Also later on Saturday evening, we've got Breeders' Cup action. Hopefully you guys will be watching the South African horses there. That looking forward to that, in the Melbourne Cup coming up on Tuesday. So there's quite a lot of action going on. There's a Pick 6 carryover. We're looking forward to Saturday afternoon too. So monitor the pools and hopefully we can get into the winning queue. Okay, Daryl Marie's with me. We're going to talk about what promises to be a really good card. Nice quality horses again. Lovely to see them back in action.
Absolutely. Clyde, I'm not happy with you.
Why? What's happened now?
You sit there with a mouthful of teeth
Yes.
on Thursday allowing me to tip the horses I did.
Well, I mean...
Come on, just say something. Say this can't win. Say it. Just give me a heads up or something.
I can't interfere with you. I can't interfere. You are the guy who studies all day. You're the professional. Yeah. And I listen to you.
It wasn't a good day.
I'm not in your league when it comes to tipping, my son.
Yeah, great days racing lays ahead, Clyde. Opening leg of the bipod, I bank at number 7, Amato. What's it? Aminato.
Yeah.
I loved her debut, Clyde. Have you seen that form line?
The debut form line? Yeah, a lot of winners. A lot of winners from there. I see that. Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 5th have all won. I think the 3rd and the 5th have even placed in handicap since then.
Yes.
She was 4th on debut. Then, 2 weeks later, she travelled to KZN, Scottsville. You know, Scottsville is the undoing of many horses in the past. It's not an easy track. And it might have been too soon for her. But Mr. Terry's put her away. She's going to come back with a bang, Clyde. Of the race runners, I have no doubt that she is the right one. Unraced, I see the market has spoken with regards to number 8, Hong Kong. Anti-post support. Had a look at her dam. Now her second dam, Clyde, is Sweetie Pie. She won from 1200 to 2400, including the Gold Circle Oaks. She's a half-sister to Marshmallow, a 2-time winner in Gabeja. Yeah, Clyde, I'm happy bankering number 7 in the bipod.
Okay, let's bank at number 7, Aminato. The Tony Peters table says that Hong Kong each way chance. So there's respect for the first timer. Daryl's on Aminato though. Here's your bipod. Banker 7, by banker 4, by 1, 2, 5, 9, 11, by 2 and 5, by 2 and 3, by 1, 5, 9, and 13. Place accumulators, let's get our PAs on. Hopefully your bipods are on now and you're all settled and ready. This handicap over 1,800 metres, Allied Steel Road Handicap Race 3 should run at around 1:15. Just in terms of Betway's market, remember we do this on the Friday, so you'll have an idea as to what's been shortened and get more clarity. But they do bet 33 to 10 the field here. 2 Mount Darwin and 4 Royal Guide are priced up as joint favourites. 6 Total Surrender 7 to 2 and number 3 Strewn Sky also priced up at 7 to 2. It's 6 to 1 and better about the others. Interesting to see Royal Guide back in the play. You like it?
Nice to see Jason back aboard him. Sorry,
Kevin.
I thought you meant Royal Edition. Let's touch on Royal Edition number 5, Clyde, with Jason Gates.
All right.
I think there's going to be pace in this race.
Right.
Because Jason loves to push forward on the Son of Flower Alley. And the bottom weight, Birthright. You know, he's a galloper. He gets fitted with a set of blinkers for the first time.
You liked that last time, eh?
No, I
gave him
a chance. But he pulled too hard now, Clyde. Now, how's he going to react with the blinkers?
Yeah, well, that could be a issue.
And with Royal Guide pestering him, I don't think he's going to get it easy up front. What I do want to say, if Birthright settles with the blinkers, Clyde, with 51 kilograms to shoulder, 53, and on the stand side, he's going to be effective, but he needs to settle, and I'm worried about Royal Edition in the race. Clyde, Royal Guide.
Didn't enjoy Durban.
He hated Durban.
No, didn't enjoy
he
Durban
clearly
at
wasn't
all.
himself.
Yeah.
Go back
enjoy
3
Durban.
runs, Clyde, when he returned after 8 months off the track. He gave his stable companion a fright on that occasion because Command Pilot was backed off the boards like the result was known. I love the fact that he's back on the high felt. Yeah. I think he's going to go very, very close. and I don't even know his well-being after a short
I
break.
also don't know, but I think he'd do
But
well. He's a lovely
Clyde,
horse.
he's a lovely horse, and I think he's going to be suited by the way the race is going to be run.
Yeah.
If you want to look past him, Struan Sky and Mount Darwin, not much separating the two of them. Now Struan Sky comes back in trip and the blinkers go on. Let's see how they go. But you know what, Clyde? I've taken my chances in the opening leg of the PA. I'm bankering Royal Guard.
Yeah, I don't blame you. They've also got ability back on the high felt. Good to see Richard Free on the high felt as well. He's on Struan Sky in this race. But we are going with number 4, Royal Guide. We believe he will come back to his best. Your place accumulators on screen. Banker 4 by 2 and 9, by 2 and 5, by 2 and 3, by 1, 5, 9 and 13, by 5 and 12, by 5, 10, 11 and 12. All right, time now for the Golden Loom. Let's get on to our big races now that start from this moment on. And it's the Golden Loom event that we look forward to, where Taxi to the Moon is favourite. Note that there are 2 important scratchings in Cliffhanger and Red Bomber. They've both been taken out. So with the revised market, you've got 3 to 1 about Taxi to the Moon. Second favourite, 33 to 10, number 5, Cosmic Star. And then 7 to 2, 11, Chocolate Soldier. And 11 to 2 about Dreamland. Thought it would be a bit of an open race, the Golden Loom handicap. Not an easy event. To find the winner, an outright winner. Yeah, there are a few I think you have to.
How was Golden Loom, Clyde?
No, he was a Golden Loom was a...
All will be well.
Well, there's no Golden Loom in here.
Geodoba. I love that grey filly, Geodoba. She ran against him quite a few times.
Yeah, yeah, it was great.
Clyde. Now, you'll see my perm included number 1. That's because it was done before I knew of the scratching. Lovely race. Chocolate Soldier, Clyde, he's only, I think, running 1 handicap, and he bolted in on that occasion. I think he deserved that rest. He was on the boil for quite some time, and he could come out fresh and running. He's lightning quick, 52 to shoulder. Clyde, he could be on his bicycle. Taxi to the Moon. He has a young 3-year-old. He's really going about things in a impressive manner. Last time out, I think, is his best effort to date. Most impressive victory on that occasion. 53 making his handicap debut, drawn towards the outside. Must be a serious player over here. Then, you've got the likes of Cosmic Star. Now, he clearly holds Sheldon, but he had a good draw on that occasion. The race was run to suit. Sheldon was drawn out wide. Yeah, and it was his second run after a layoff. I'm willing to excuse him for that effort. He meets Cosmic Star much better off at the weights. If I'm not mistaken, it's 3.5 kilograms. He's drawn towards the outside. He's back in a handicap of Clyde. And take note, the blinkers go on. Sheldon. The last time he wore the blinkers up the Vaal straight, up the Turffontein straight, was when he won beating Mover and Shaker. I think you can expect a much improved effort from number 2, Sheldon.
Yeah.
So, Clyde, yes, I've gone 4 runners in the opening leg of the pick 6. If you want to, you can leave the scratching in to double up with the toad favourite.
Any room for the Durban horse? I see Stewie Fair's got a couple. We'll talk about Gladiatorian later. Nice to see him that he's here. I'm happy he's here.
Yeah. What can I say? I wish him all the best, but it doesn't form part of my plan.
Fair enough. This is the pick 6. It's a carryover. There's 5 million rand in this pool, so they say. 1, 2, 5, 9, 11, by 2 and 5, by 2 and 3, by 1, 5, 9 and 13, by 5, 8, 10 and 12, by 5, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, time for Hersery Niners Princess Charlene Starling Stakes. Good field that lines up here, some very nice horses. Fatal Flaw, the best in from a weights perspective. Handicap has got her rated. What is her rating now? She's a 107. She ran second to Quid Pro Quo for 92. They then put her up to a 105. She ran second again to that champion Quid Pro Quo. And then last time in need of the run, she was a short-head second, and she runs off a 107. So she's impressed the handicappers to no extent. And I don't know if you agree with where she's marked up at. We'll see in this race how she goes, but is she the right horse?
Who am I to argue with them, Clyde?
Is she the right horse in the race?
I'm just having a look.
Because if you're looking let me say this. If you think that she's not the right horse, then the handicappers have got her wrong.
Well, if you think she's not the right horse,
No, I never said. I didn't say
I
she's.
think
I'm
you're
asking
smoking
you.
something.
I'm asking you.
Is this ASM? What's first run on the card, Clyde? ASSM.
Could be. It could be. I haven't.
You know,
seen.
it's their sponsored race day, and all the best to them.
Yes.
Clyde. Yeah, I mean, she only found one filly too good for her last season, and that was Quid Pro Quo. She's right behind her. So, yeah, she deserves a rating, Clyde.
Okay.
Last time out, I watched her move to the start in the canter pass. I said, wow, she's such a lovely filly. She's furnished beautifully, Clyde. I thought she looked outstanding. I must be honest, where she was positioned, turning for home, carrying 50 kgs, I expected her to win. So it was disappointing that she didn't get the job done. But then if you go back and look at that race, the horse that she was following finished 20 odd lengths back. They might have gone too quick and she might have been too close. But it's easy afterwards, you know what I'm saying, Clyde? At the weight, she's certainly the filly to beat. In that race was Guy Gibson, 11 lengths behind her. He came out and ran second behind Greeting My Master.
Right.
And there's one other place, I think Prince of the Green or something like that. Clyde, go back in form now. Have a look at Oxalis Gold. Who did she run behind on debut, Clyde?
Fatal Flaw, yes.
Fatal Flaw. Fatal Flaw was having her third start. Oxalis Gold was having her debut effort.
Yes.
She got beaten a length and 3/4. Listen, Fatal Flaw is certainly up to game and stepped forward, whereas Oxalis Gold hasn't really been exposed to date.
Right.
So I wouldn't read too much into her rating. She's not bad, this filly, and I promise you she's had a great preparation going into this race. The way she quickened up last time gave me the feeling that she's a really nice filly in the making. So I think Fatal Flaw needs to run below par. This is her race for the taking. Health respect for Oxalis Gold, number 5.
Now we'll see how good Poblana is today too, won't we? Because we don't know. At the end of the day, she ran a cracking second last time and needed the run. And we know that the stage stable rates her very highly. So we'll see how she goes today, Poblana. But she's taking on some very good horses in the likes of Oxalis Gold, the 2-horse Fatal Flaw. Those are the 2 horses in our jackpots by 2 and 3, by 1, 5, 9 and 13, by 5, 8, 10 and 12. All right, time now for the BWay Graham Beck Stakes, a Group 3, and it's run over 1,400 metres. Question here is, does Sean Terry hold the key? He's got some very good horses running in this particular event, Sean Terry, and with the likes of the Specialist. He's also got Legend of Arthur in here. He's got the 5 as Don't Cry For Me, and he's got the 10 horse running as well, Ombudsman. So he's got a very strong hand. BetWay are suggesting that the 2, the Specialist, 2-1 favourite. 3, Legend of Arthur, 28-10, second choice, and 1, Fire Attack is at 9-2. So Sean Terry dominating here, Daryl.
I believe so. If he doesn't, I'm in trouble because there goes my perms. Well, if it's anything other than the 2 and the 3, that is, Clive. Very surprised to see Striker on Wolf Mountain instead of Don't Cry For Me. I think Don't Cry For Me is a very nice sort, but I don't know. Maybe he needs that run after gelding. Clyde, in the Premier's Champion Stakes, they met the Specialist and Legend of Arthur.
Yes.
Now, the Specialist obviously holds him on that effort, but can you read into that as it appears on paper? Because the Specialist was drawn 2, got the run of the race.
Yeah.
Legend of Arthur was drawn 13 out of 14. He was
Yeah.
dropped in on a surface that doesn't really suit him.
Yes.
And he was low flying. I can tell you something, swap the draws, Clyde. Legend of Arthur beats a Specialist in my mind.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely I do. And I think that he's a serious racehorse.
Let's see how he goes, Clyde. He hasn't done anything wrong to date. In his penultimate start, it was a prep run for that race in KZN. He was giving weight all round. He was just looked after. So I think the 2 and the 3 you can really focus on over here. Clyde, what's interesting is Fire Attack has been off the track for 7 months.
Yeah.
I mean, he has been really impressive to date, but 7 months off the track, that's a long time. Once again, I don't know his well-being. So, yeah, 2 and 3 to fight it out. I'm not looking past the 2 of them. If you are playing trifectas and quartets, please include number 5.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Legend of Arthur, probably the right one. Yeah, Richard Faree's on the high felt and stays with him. He hasn't missed Legend of Arthur yet, as Richard Faree's been his partner for since day one. And Daryl's pick 3 recommends that Legend of Arthur, and the specialist will find it out by 1, 5, 9 and 13 in the next leg, by 5, 8, 10 and 12. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It's time now for the big one, the Allied Steel Road on a Mission Charity Mile. They race for R1 million, the horses here, in the build-up to the BWay Summer Cup come the last Saturday in November. There's one more stop for some of the Summer Cup horses that may not be in here, and that's the Victory Moon the following weekend. The charity also, they win too. It depends on where your horse finishes that you get X amount of money in terms of the top end of horses. Every horse is paired with a charity, and it's a super, super race day. It really is fantastic, where the media get involved, the charities get involved, and horse racing come together and support. Now, BetWay have got the market as Dave the King, who's got a big weight to shoulder, as the 33-10 favourite. Number 5, Francis Ethel is second choice. Oshie Murphy's coming to South Africa to ride her in the Summer Cup, 11-2. 13 back in business, a beautiful horse, but they've got a draw to contend with, is now 11-2. And 3, Barbaresco's no slouch. He's only getting better as we speak. He's priced up at 15-2. Silver Sanctuary's 8-1 and 15-1, and better about the others. A super lineup.
Absolutely. Yes, your horse, Dave the King, Clyde. You called it from him when he won his debut, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we said he's a top horse.
Clyde.
Remember, he didn't corner around Durbanville with some. Remember that time before?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, what happened?
He's all class, Clyde. I know this isn't his mission, right? And he's got he's got so much put into shoulder, 63 kilograms. But he's a class act. I know he's going to be in need of this. His aim is the King's Plate down in the Cape. But Clyde, have a look at the pace in the race. There's one other horse that could make it a bit tricky for him, and that is Litigation. Other than that, he's going to be handed it on a silver platter up front. Even if he sits up second, it's an ideal spot for him. He might come up for air in the latter stages, but I think he's going to have every opportunity. And Mr. de Kock gets his horses fit, Clyde. We know that. And he's got the class. So I'll give him a strong winning chance with all those factors against him. Clyde, then you got the fillies, Francis Ethel and Silver Sanctuary. Now, they bumped each other last time out. Silver Sanctuary was caught a bit wide, but she did have cover. I watched that race very carefully. 200 from home, Silver Sanctuary had a chance to quicken past her. But Francis Ethel isn't an inside track filly. She's going to love the long run in. She's a grinder. I think she's going to hold Silver Sanctuary on what I saw. I think she'll confirm that form, so I've got a preference for her. Then you have to look at Back in Business. Now, what are your feelings with him? I'm not worried about the draw. Listen, it's a terrible draw to be jumping from, but Muzi is a vigorous rider, Clyde, and he doesn't take any nonsense getting out the gates or getting into a good position.
Yeah.
What is your feelings with regards to the trip, the mile?
I'm not worried about the mile.
Not?
No.
You know, this horse is slunging, eh? It's been well documented. He could only pick up an 8-pound penalty for his last win.
Yeah.
He's slunging over here. Just have a look at the weights with Barbaresco.
Yeah.
He beat Barbaresco, and if I'm not mistaken, he's 4.5 kilograms better off.
Yeah.
So how can you see Barbaresco reversing the form with him?
I just think Barbaresco's getting better with every run as well. But yes, on paper,
isn't
you're right.
Back in Business also getting better with every run?
He is. Yes, he is. Yes.
Listen, if
They're
you want to
both in
go
the same
further for
space.
trifectas and quartets, I'd have a look at Shoemaker. And I'm really keen to see how Winchester Mansion goes in his prep of year. But Clyde, I think you can narrow this race down to a few runners.
And the Durban Horse Gladiatorian that you liked last time?
No, not for me, yeah.
Careful.
The last time I said not for me was at the barn on Thursday.
Be careful, Gladiatorian. I'm talking trifectas. Trifectas quartets, I mean. Here's Daryl's jackpot. 1, 5, 9, 13, by 5, 8, 10, 12, by 5, 10, 11, 12, by Banker 2. Let's move on to our next event here, the 8th race on the card, and we've got 28 to 10 about number 10, Sukhumvit. Second choice, number 5, United Council's priced up 9 to 2. 12, Forgiveness is 9 to 2. 8, Olivia's Way, 8 to 1. 2, Indian Ocean, 9 to 1. And 6, Dynamo is 10 to 1. Daryl, talk to us about the race. Forgiveness, Olivia's Way, nice horses, got ability, turn around in weights, make a difference now, I suppose.
Sure.
What do you think?
Clyde, Olivia's Way. Sure. How much under sufferance is she? I think she's 5.5 kilograms
Something
under
like that.
sufferance.
Yes.
Have a look at her last run against Little Mary Sunshine. She's 9 kilograms worse off.
Yes.
So I think she's been thrown in the deep end of here, but she's a nice improving filly. Let's see how she goes. Another one under sufferance is Forgiveness. I think she's 3 kgs under sufferance, Clyde. Strictly on her last start, she's going to be in trouble because United Council is weighted to reverse the form with her. 5 kilograms for a length, if I'm not mistaken. On paper, she's in trouble, Clyde. United Council's having her peak run. Not only is she better off at the weights with Forgiveness, she's better off at the weights with Sukhumvit.
Yes.
On the Barbaresco run.
Yes.
And that was her first start. Okay, both of them were returning from a layoff. But Sukhumvit was traveling too hard on that occasion. Sukhumvit is her own worst enemy. The day this filly learns how to race and settles in running and finishes her races off, she'll be so much more effective. But you know what? She's got the ability, Clyde. I hope to see her settle and she will fight out the finish. 52 to shoulder. I'm looking towards the bottom weights over here. On paper, you have to be in United Council's camp. Everything is pointing towards her. Cherry ripe, best in at the weights. She is the one to beat, but I do have respect for Sukhumvit and Forgiveness.
Okay, interesting. And coming back to the race, there's a Champagne Cocktail who hasn't run since March. We know she's got ability. See how she'll do on Saturday afternoon. But Daryl's going with these horses in the race. The 5, got to go in United Council naturally. The 8, Olivia's Way, Daryl's always rated her. 10, Sukhumvit, and the 12, Forgiveness, who continues to win by 5, 10, 11, 12 in the next leg of the pick 3, and Banker 2 right at the back. Well, it's the Java Stakes now, and it's a stakes race. So look at the weighted column. 5, None Other, best in ahead of the Explosive Bond, number 14. 3, Nebras after that, and then 1, Zeus, and the 2, Aragosta. 9th and final leg of the pick 6. Hopefully you're still running, and that race runs at 4:45 on Saturday afternoon. BWay and the market have done the following. Well, on Friday morning, they had number 10, Marauding Horde, just by the way, is now 7 to 2. And just an update, if you do not know, Marauding Horde, with regards to changes in this particular event, well, there's a weight adjustment naturally. He runs off a 101 now, carrying 54 kilos. That's the new weight. Quite an impressive horse, and to be quite honest, I wouldn't be surprised to see it win again. Second choice, 11, Poets Warriors at 4 to 1. 4, Razor Hallelujah, 5 to 1. And 1, Zeus, 11 to 2. Battleground, back in good form, 6 to 1. What do you say, Mr. Berry?
Oh, sorry about that, Clyde.
No problem.
Yeah, you know what? I could have egg all over my face this race because I'm brassing the Razor Hallelujah, Zeus, and Explosive Pond form. And all 3 have got chances, Clyde. But you know what? You have to take a stance in this game. It will be so easier for me to sit here and just say, put 7, 8 horses in every leg.
Yeah.
And we'll get through. But, yeah, Marauding Horde, Clyde. Lovely return. First run as a gelding. Being backed up very soon, Clyde. He must have taken that race extremely well.
Yeah, when was it? It was last Saturday, hey?
Yeah, and you know what, Clyde? Without the blinkers and the way he settles at the back of the... in running, I think he could go back-to-back over here. I liked what I saw. Poets Warrior. This was... the son of Wiley Hall was off for many a moon, Clyde, and he came back. He's been nothing but impressive in both his starts. He's now having his peak run. Last time out, Clyde, he could only get that £6 penalty. I've got a feeling he ran above his current rating. Yes, he isn't best in over here, but I think with 52 from a 1 draw, Clyde, this has got so much in his favour. I make him a massive runner. And then Battleground proved me wrong last time out. I thought second run up after a rest, inside track, not for me. Clyde, how impressive was that victory?
Very impressive.
He is not an inside track horse. He's having his peak run. I think he's just improved with age, this horse. So he's carrying 52, having his peak run. He's now on the stand side track. I think Battleground's a massive run over here. And then strictly at the weights, you have to respect none other. I like to comeback effort. You know, Richard sat on this filly, is a mare, once before, and he won the Oaks on her. Yeah, she's a mare. So he's unbeaten on her, and at the weights, you have to include her.
Okay.
Lovely, lovely race.
It's interesting. It's a very interesting race. I think in this particular event, though, the main ingredient in here is Marauding Horde. Because I think he's a progressive, he's got ability, he's good, he stays, and, well, let's see how he goes. Daryl's got 5, 10, 11, 12 in the second last leg of the double, race 9. And right at the back, we're waiting for number 2 to run. The 10th and final horse called New Mexico. Okay, the 10th and final event on the card is a handicap at the 75 level. This race due to run at 20 past the hour. BWay on Friday morning have got the 10th race as follows. I'm going to pull that up for you now, and let's see where New Mexico fits in. Favourite, priced up at 7-2. Second choice, 3 American Rebel, 9-2. Third choice, 4 High Q, 9-2. And 5 Red Legend, 9-2. 5-1 about that horse, 8 Towers of Gold. And then you can get 6-1 and better about the balance. Straight to Daryl Marie, because I'd like to know what the story is with New Mexico. It's our banker in our pick threes and doubles and all that sort of stuff. And I remember him. He's a lovely looker. I know that much. Is it?
When last has that happened, Clyde?
Long time.
This is the punt for the weekend. New Mexico. I'll tell you why, Clyde. Have a look at his form since he was gelded over distances short of his best in my mind, or at least what he's bred for. He's a son of Ideal World out of a Chamordel mare.
Yes.
Clyde, I think he's bred for this ground and even further. Now, go back 3 runs. Mr. Laird took a few raiders down to Scottsville. Everything went pear-shaped that day for him. They got caught, I think, on the side of the highway. Fancied runners ran unplaced. Coming to the last race, their last runner on the card was New Mexico. He blew off the boards because of what happened to Mr. Laird that day.
Yes.
And he came home lonely. Then he was put away. I don't know if something went wrong. Clearly it did. But in his comeback effort, Clyde, in KZN, he caught the eye after a lengthy layoff. A year off the track, Clyde, and he finished 2 lengths behind officer in command. He went flat in his second run after a layoff. Many of Alec Laird's horses in KZN, in the second run in KZN, ran below par.
Right.
He's now back on the high felt. He's going to love the stand side track. He's going to love the step up in trip. I have to believe he's better than a 77, Clyde. I'm going all in over here. Listen, if you look past him, there are several that have to be included.
Yeah.
They off their current mark is a competitive mark, but I think New Mexico is better than his recent form. And off a 77, I'm taking my chances and I'm having a bet.
Well, it's his 3rd run after the rest, New Mexico, so that's our plan. In the last race, we hope we're going to end on a high note here with Daryl. You saw him tapping away with his fingers on the PC. That's the sign to have a go. The horse currently priced up 7-2 on the Friday morning. Thanks for watching BetWay's Way to the Win, everybody. We'll catch up on Sunday in Durban.